What do you do when you pick up your buddy from the airport? Go to the first sporting goods store you can find. I'm with my buddy, Mark Seidlinger. he and I share a lot of things. And now, what I expected was we frickin' share a goatee.
Yes,
I didn't see that coming.
What would Ken do?
Have worked together for probably over 20 some years.
25 years.
During that period, we've got to do some really cool hunts together. And so he's got a lot of insight on the industry, the heartbeat of the industry, and so that's going to be cool. Idaho has some special restrictions that are different than Michigan, where I'm from, and where Mark grew up hunting in Pennsylvania. So no sabos, no pelletized powder, and no scopes on muzzleloaders. So there's just kind of some weird things. So our muzzleloaders are set up, they call it the Northwest version of tradition. So he's shooting
the Vortex Northwestern.
Yeah, and I'm shooting the Pursuit. So he's a hammerless, I got a hammer. And so now we got to do some shooting this late morning and kind of get some things dialed in. So once we get these bullets, then we're off the range.
Got my bullets. So I'm going to take out one pack of bullets.
We're going to be shooting 80 grains.
We're shooting 80 grains
of loose 777.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in Idaho, as we go through this process, unlike what Mark and I have hunted in the past together several times, black powder hunting, is we're using loose powder, we're using musket caps, and we're using full bore law lead bullets to comply with the rules of Idaho. And the interesting part, they kind of call it the Northwest rules, because you're talking Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. As you see with Mark, he's running a red dot sight with no power due to the fact of his vision situation, where he went through the process to legally get that permit, for the vision impaired type of thing. So
that's all part of getting old. It really sucks getting old, let me tell you.
Well,
you can't see the front sight, the rear sight, and the target. At least there's an option for us to be able to still go hunting. So we are using the MTM rest here. I am kind of sensitive when it comes to recoil, especially when you have an ultralight gun like this.
It really takes a focus to squeeze that trigger to let it, so it surprises you.
Lock time on is pretty quick. I was pretty impressed with what these musket caps were.
Yeah.
As far as
so it actually says right on it, Northwest. Yeah, Northwest Magnum. That's cool. We've stretched out the range to 100 yards. We're shooting at 100 yards, seeing where it's hitting, and now Mark is gonna dial in here and let it go at 100, and we'll see. It was a little bit high, which we're cool with, and hopefully it'll settle right in and drop in at 100. Okay, I heard it hit the paper.
I heard smack.
Huh?
I heard it smack.
Yeah, she smacked.
All right. All right, we're clear. I thought that there was a freaking...
So you're aiming here.
Yeah, exactly. I was aiming right there.
Aiming for center of mass.
Yeah. So we're 2 inches.
So we're 2.5, 3 inches high at 100.
Yep.
Which, what's that telling you? Shoot for the lower 1/3.
Yeah.
At anything.
Yep. Shoot for my heart.
Shoot for the heart. You'll take them between the heart and lungs.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a heck of a shot.
This is right where I was at right here.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
So, I'll shoot my gun and see where it hits. And I'm going to aim for the same spot, right in the center of the black. Yep. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
I heard it hit the paper. Oh, you're not going to even like that one. It's that far high over the center. Boom! Right now, both guns will kill deer at 100 yards. We feel confident, and that's what we wanted to do today and accomplish on the range. So tomorrow, opening day. Right now, we got to pack up, hustle. We got a 3-hour drive to camp, and then Lord willing, we'll get up on a hill with a spotting scope, binoculars, and glass up some deer that we can pursue tomorrow morning. One of the unique things that we're doing on this muzzleloader mule deer hunt is my good friend Mark Seidlinger has taken me to the dark side. And what I mean by that is, if you don't use your head, you use your feet. So I've been marching around the backcountry on my feet for years. And Mark said, hey, as we get older, instead of hunting harder, let's hunt smarter.
That's right.
So in doing so, he and I will be utilizing motorcycles on this hunt to get into the backcountry. And of course, we're going to do plenty of backpacking and plenty of walking, but this initial effort is going to be different than what it's been in the past. And in doing that, so we're running Yamaha TW200s.
TW200s. Yep.
So these are like mountain mules, from what I understand.
Yep.
Now my wife thinks my next phone call is 911.
We're going to pack all the gear on the motorcycles. We're going to get back in. We're going to strip the bikes down. Idaho is beautiful for that. They have a phenomenal trail system for 2-track and single track.
Yep.
So we're going to take advantage of that, getting a little bit deeper, and then we'll park the bikes. We'll set our waypoint, and then we're going to start hunting afoot.
A lot of experience and decades of knowledge, and so that's kind of cool how we're going to be able to implement that into this hunt. So
We're taking the bikes up on the mountain. We're not going to have gas around us. So one, we're going to fill up the tanks, and then we're also going to fill up this roto packs. Now these bikes are getting about 70 miles a gallon. So if we run out of gas in these tanks and the gas in this container right here, we've probably put on about 200 miles up in the mountain.
all right, we are headed out of Boise, Idaho, and if you can't find a local Taco Bell, you go to the next best thing. And this Tin Roof Taco.
Tin Roof Taco.
We just bought up 9 tacos, and we are headed back into the backcountry. And we got about 3 hours before dark, and we're probably not going to get the scouting in we were wanting to do, but at least we'll get our bellies full. We made it to the trailhead, and we can't even express how excited we are because we've never been here before. So again, this is a muzzleloader mule deer hunt in Idaho, public land, and we just traveled down maybe 10 miles of ranch road, if you will, and we came to the trailhead. So we're at the end of the road, and there is not a soul around.
Yeah, the neat part is we have a flat enough area for the rig, right? And for our trailer, we can back the bikes off. And I just took a little gander down, and we have some really, really nice single tracks going down here. So depending on how things go, I guess we'll do some foot, go on foot tomorrow and see where it takes us, right? It's not getting any warmer out there, and it's not getting any brighter, so
We got some work to do.
I'm about ready to go to bed.
All right, over and out.